If you're looking to elevate your home theater experience, the first thing you notice when you open the box is how premium everything feels. The build quality here is unmistakably Sony. The HT-A9000 BRAVIA theater bar soundbar doesn't just look sleek, it feels like a statement piece. It's got that minimal, clean design that fits perfectly with modern living rooms. Everything about it screams high-end, from the brushed metal accents to the subtle branding, and honestly, this is exactly what you want in a centerpiece for your home audio setup. Setting it up is surprisingly straightforward. The soundbar itself is substantial but not overwhelmingly large, which makes placement flexible. Pairing it with your TV is as simple as plugging in the HDMI eARC connection. If your TV supports it, this ensures you get full quality audio, including Dolby Atmos and DTS, without any complicated configurations. And speaking of configurations, the setup menu is intuitive. Sony has done a great job making high-end audio accessible without requiring a degree in sound engineering. One of the first things I tested was the clarity of dialogue. With so many soundbars, dialogue can get lost in action sequences, but the HT-A9000 keeps voices crisp and distinct even during chaotic scenes. Watching a high-budget blockbuster, I could hear everything from the quiet whispers to the loud explosions without needing to adjust the volume constantly. And when you switch to music, the soundbar adapts effortlessly. Whether it's classical, rock, or electronic, the tonal balance is excellent, with clear highs, rich mids, and a surprisingly deep bass for a single unit. Now, let's talk about bass because it's a huge factor for home theater setups. The included subwoofer enhances low frequencies beautifully without overwhelming the mids and highs. You get that punch in action movies, the deep resonance in bass-heavy tracks, and it feels immersive without feeling artificial. Plus, it's wireless, so placement is flexible and doesn't require a tangle of cables running across your room. Another standout feature is the 360 spatial sound mapping technology. This uses upward-firing speakers and precise calibration to create a more enveloping audio experience. It's particularly noticeable with Dolby Atmos content. I tested it with a few movies that are Atmos-enabled, and the high channels were surprisingly convincing. You get that sense of objects moving above you or off-screen sounds enveloping you, which is something you rarely get with traditional soundbars. It brings a cinematic feel into your living room in a way that feels immersive but not gimmicky. Connectivity options are where this soundbar really shines. In addition to HDMI eARC, you get optical, USB, and Bluetooth connections. That means you can stream music directly from your phone or laptop without any hassle. The inclusion of Wi-Fi allows for multi-room integration through Sony's Music Center app, so if you have other compatible speakers, you can expand the setup for a more immersive experience throughout your home. When it comes to calibration, Sony's automatic room calibration is impressive. You just run the setup from the app, and the soundbar analyzes your room's acoustics and adjusts output accordingly. This is critical because room size and furniture placement drastically affect sound. After calibration, the sound feels well balanced whether you're sitting directly in front of the TV or off to the side. It's subtle but effective, something that might go unnoticed until you've experienced it in a poorly set up sound system before. Now, one thing I always emphasize in reviews is the importance of compatibility with your other devices. The HT-A9000 works flawlessly with most modern TVs, especially Sony's own line of BRAVIA TVs. The integration is seamless, meaning you can control both the TV and soundbar with a single remote, and features like auto volume leveling make watching late-night shows without disturbing the rest of the house much easier. Another area where Sony excels is software support and firmware updates. This isn't just about adding new features, it's about keeping the soundbar performing at its best over time. Updates can improve connectivity, add support for new audio codecs, and fine-tune sound processing. This kind of longevity is rare in audio devices, especially in soundbars. Let's talk design one more time, because it's not just about aesthetics. The build is robust, but it also has thoughtful touches like anti-vibration feet, which reduce resonance with the surface it sits on. The touch-sensitive controls on top are responsive and feel modern without being intrusive. And for those who prefer a more minimalistic remote experience, Sony's app can take full control over sound modes, volume, and input selection. Performance-wise, this soundbar doesn't just excel in movies and music, gaming is a delight as well. Latency is minimal over HDMI eARC, and the positional audio in games with Atmos support is fantastic. You can really feel footsteps moving around you, explosions coming from different directions, and the immersion makes playing story-driven or multiplayer games a completely different experience. And speaking of immersion, let's dive into some specific audio modes. The soundbar offers multiple presets: standard, cinema, music, sports, and more. Each mode adjusts EQ settings to fit the content type. The cinema mode is particularly impressive for movie nights, bringing out subtle audio cues that are often lost in less sophisticated sound systems. Music mode balances the highs and lows perfectly, so instruments are crisp and vocals are clear. Sports mode emphasizes crowd noise and commentary, making watching live events more engaging. Energy efficiency is another understated benefit. Despite the power of this system, it's optimized to consume less electricity without compromising output for a device that might be on for several hours a day during binge-watching sessions or gaming marathons. This is a small but meaningful advantage. The HT-A9000 also supports voice assistance. Integration with Alexa and